Hi guys, in this video we will learn about the Vedic period. These are some short notes about Vedic period from 1500 BC. It started from 1500 BC to 500 BC. So first we'll see it is a very significant period in Indian history. These are short notes. It will be very helpful to you guys during the UPSC preparation and especially for prelims and mains. And mains also in answer writing it will be very helpful. This is a very significant period of Indian history. It is a formative period where basic foundation of Indian civilization were laid down. Basic foundation of Indian civilization were laid down through Vedas, that are four Vedas: Yajurved, Samaved, Atharved, and Upanishads. 108 to 200 Upanishads are there. Then Purans, 18 Purans, and Itihas, two Itihas, that is Ramayana and Mahabharata. And Vedas are four: Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, and Atharved. So these scriptures are known to be the oldest scriptures as well as the foundation of Hindu religion. These Vedas, Upanishads, Purans, and Itihas, these scriptures are known to be the oldest scriptures as well as the foundation of Hindu religion. Okay, they were composed in Sanskrit language. In Sanskrit, word Ved means knowledge. That is, now Vedas became foundation of Vedic period. Ved means knowledge, so Vedas are the foundation of Vedic period and also became foundation of modern Hinduism religion. Hindu religion. So Rig Ved, Samved, Samaved, Yajurved, and Atharved. These four Vedas were composed and written between 1500 to 500 BC. They existed in oral form, and they were passed on from master to the student, that is from gurus to the shishya, from generation to generation, and students memorized them too, so that nothing is altered. So they were passed on from gurus to shishya, from generation to generation, and in an oral form, and the students memorized these Vedas, four Vedas, which were the foundation of modern Hindu religion and foundation of Vedic period. They memorized these from the students memorized these, so that nothing is altered. So in Vedas, every word is sacred and eternal, eternal as the soul, without beginning or without end. In Vedas, every word is sacred and eternal, that is non-ending. It cannot be ended. It does not have an end. Eternal as the soul, without beginning and without end. So everything regarding human life is written, including rituals and sacrifice. In these Vedas, everything regarding human life is written, including rituals and sacrifice. So now we'll move on to the next page. As you can see here, I will focus on this page for a few more minutes, for few more seconds, so that you can just capture it. Okay, now we'll go into the next page. So here we are. So now truth. So truth can be perceived through five senses, that is sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. This science is known as Samanya Gyan. The truth that we perceive from five senses, sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste, is known as Samanya Gyan. And the truth which is perceived by yoga, that is spirit, body, and mind. So if spirit, body, and mind is combined, then we get what we get is the composition of these three gives us chi energy, or awareness, or enlightenment. So this truth can be perceived by five senses, or can be perceived five senses, that is soul, that is sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste, which is known as Samanya Gyan. And it can also be perceived by yoga, that is a combination of spirit, body, and mind, which gives us chi energy, which is known as awareness. So it is deep, meaningful, and spiritual. This is not known as Samanya Gyan, it is known as Adhyatmik Gyan. So spirit, body, and mind, chi energy, awareness, this is deep and meaningful, and it's spiritual, and it is known as Adhyatmik Gyan. In Vedas you will find this knowledge. Adhyatmic Gyan is given in Vedas, as you can see here, guys. So you have to remember that these Samanya Gyan can be perceived through our body, but Adhyatmic Gyan can only be perceived through the Vedas, that is the truth about spirit, body, and mind. This is very deep, meaningful, and spiritual. So now we will move on further. On the basis of four Vedas, Dharma Shastra, Moksha Shastra, Kam Shastra, and Earth Shastra were also written. So Dharma Shastra was written, Moksha Shastra was written, Karma Shastra was written, and Earth Shastra were written on the basis of four Vedas. So how old are the Vedas? Vedas was revealed to a man at the time of creation. So how old are Vedas? Vedas were revealed to man at the time of the creation. That is, Vedas are as old as the human creation. So these Vedas gave rise to the Sanatan Dharma, as they are eternal to the soul, and knowledge had to be passed on from generation to generation. Otherwise, a person had to be completely ignorant of such deep. Otherwise, a person would be completely ignorant of such deep spiritual knowledge. So, how old are the Vedas? Vedas are as old as the human creation, because they come from Ramayana and Mahabharata, which are as old as human creation. So they gave rise to Sanatan Dharma, as they are eternal as soul, and knowledge had to be passed on from generation to generation. Otherwise a person would be completely ignorant of such deep spiritual knowledge. So the knowledge of these Vedas were passed on from gurus to Shishya, from generation to generation, orally. Now, Upanishads. Upanishads are the texts that contain narratives in the form of dialogue between gurus and shishya. These are the narratives in the form of dialogue between gurus and shishya, consisting many questions and answers to understand the essence of Vedas. Are the Upanishads. So from here, Upanishads, we can know that Upanishads are the texts that contain contain narratives in the form of dialogue between gurus and shishya, consisting many questions and answers. To understand the essence of Vedas, we have to take help of the Upanishads, which are the narratives between gurus and shishya. And the shishya are asking questions, and the gurus are answering the questions, and it is in the form of dialogue between gurus and shishya. To further understand the essence of Vedas and Upanishads, that are Purans, and the Purans come from Itihas. To further understand the essence of Vedas, we have to take the help of Purans, Upanishads. To further understand the essence of Vedas and Upanishads, we have to take the help of Purans, and these Purans come from Itihas comes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So as we move on to the third page, you have to remember that Itihas, the essence of Vedas and Upanishads, can only be um, understood through Purans, and these Purans comes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So Mahabharata comes from Bhagavad Gita. The highest summary or essence of Mahabharata is given by Bhagavad Gita. That's why when you ask the question, how old are the Vedas, they are as old as the human creation. So there we get our answer, why are the Vedas are as old as the human creation? Because Mahabharata comes from Bhagavad Gita, and summary or essence of Mahabharata is given by Bhagavad Gita. So that's why when you ask the question, how old are the Vedas, they are as old as the human creation. Now in the next video we'll look at the now in the next video we will look at the uh, differences between the Indus Valley civilization and Vedic civilization. This video is still here. These were short notes about the Vedic age, 1500 to 500 BCE. So in next video we'll continue further. Okay.